and welcome to Free for All Friday. I am I'm still learning to adjust multiple screens of things, and I've got you guys going on my laptop, on my iPad, on my phone. So just bear with me again. Hey, don't forget, tell me where you're from in the chat and say hi to everybody in the chat. It's about community here. It's about Free for All Friday. Free for All Friday. So give me a second. I got a set of notes going. Let's see. Here we go. I was on someone else's live. I was on Target Prime Ribs live a few minutes ago, and I'm like, oh, I got to get on mine. I've got to get on mine. So, yeah. Like I said, sometimes I'm squirrel. But we are celebrating, or at least I am celebrating this. Happy first week of lives. I made it a whole week with the lives, y'all. Woo! I was going to get a party hat, but I think I'm not going to do that because I'll be wearing a party hat tomorrow. My youngest grandbaby turned 1 today. Yay, Aurora! And she's walking around like she's grown. And she just gets so tickled with herself. She'll take some steps and she'll just start giggling. Don't you wish you still had that simplistic, well, I think I do, humor, where just the little things make you happy? Yeah, I'm back to that, where just the little things in life make me happy. Anyway, yay, our first week of lives. And thank you all who have been so diligent in coming in every day and joining me. I appreciate that. Happy celebration. Oh, two of my favorites here. Catrice. Hey, Catrice. And Dennis. Hey, Dennis. How y'all doing? Oh, thank you. Congratulations on my first week of lives. Yeah, that was the hardest part for me, is to make the decision and just do it. Why do we make life so complicated sometimes? I know I do. I make life way harder than it should be. But once I get it going, I'm going. And I've actually enjoyed this. This is very therapeutic for me. I have loved every minute of being with you guys this week. Oh, thank you, Catrice. Thank you so much. All the way from West Virginia. And Catrice, I met somebody else from Virginia. They weren't from West Virginia, but they were from Virginia last night. And I'm like, I don't often meet people from Virginia, even though y'all are right next door in Virginia and West Virginia. I know both of them. I still wasn't good with geography, but I do know they're close. Yay! Thank you, Dennis. Congrats on the first birthday of your grandchild. Yeah, her entering the world was a little harrowing last year. For those who knew me, knew we were a little bit on pins and needles, but she made it here safely, and she's grown into a beautiful little toddler who we will celebrate tomorrow. I've got family coming in. And one funny thing about my family, we all like chicken salad, and there's this place here, a little pharmacy with an old school diner in it, and they make chicken salad, homemade chicken salad, which is thebomb.com. So my daughter-in-law got 2 pints of the chicken salad. She said, I got it just for you all. And I'm like, the Carvers eat, right? So I went this morning and got 2 more. Then I found out her mom got 2 more. So we are good with chicken salad this week. Because when I say I can eat a pint of that by myself, yeah, I might not have the healthiest of mayonnaise in it, but it doesn't seem to bother my system. So, and it's a treat every once in a while. I might get some of that chicken salad once every 2 or 3 months. Usually it's for a celebration because we usually have that chicken salad either at a birthday party or Halloween or something like that. It's for celebration. So we are good with, and my son, my youngest son, who loves chicken salad, who has flown in from New York to try this chicken salad. I know that's his real reason for being here. He says it's for the birthday party, but I think it's for the chicken salad. But anyway, yeah, he can eat a pint by himself too, and my daughter too. So, and get this, little Aurora loves the chicken salad. So one of those pints are for her. She loves the chicken salad. So anyway, but thank you guys for being here. Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that you were going to meet some friends in Harriman. I hope you had a good time. Like I said, it's an interesting little city. Harriman, Tennessee is not too far from where we live. And again, up here in East Tennessee, there's a lot of little towns that you can visit, and they all have that little southern vibe. So, Dennis, I hope you had a good time in Harriman. I forgot you were going on a day trip with some old friends. Anyway, y'all. And I'm being brave and letting y'all ask me some questions. Have I lost my mind? So the topic today is, what questions do you have for me? Q&A, but nice stuff only. Again, I'm drama free. Don't put drama in my chat, but you can chat with each other. Nice. I'm about unicorns and rainbows, people. Unicorns and rainbows. I only like the nice stuff. So guys, ask me any question as long as it's nice. Pretty much, though, this week you have seen the things that have interested me in my life. I've had a few people say, wow, you're inspiring me. And I'm like, oh, that's my goal, to inspire other people to go out and live the best life they can. Live the best life you can. Sorry, y'all, my internet, I can't control it. So we might have some issues. But yeah, only child, sheltered parents. Well, my dad, not as much as my mom, but yeah. Didn't really get to venture out. Do you know the first time I went to a beach? Not the first time I had the opportunity to go, but the first time I actually went to the beach, I was 22 years old and fell in love with it. I can't wait to see a beach. Like, the beach is everything to me. Even though I'm not a strong swimmer, I like hanging out at the beach. Sand doesn't bother me. I like playing in the water. I like jumping the waves. I'm just like a kid when I go to the beach. I love hanging out at the beach. But I didn't get to see it until I was like 22 years old because my mom had a water phobia. And she didn't want me to venture out too much. But boy, have I made up for it since that time. I have really made up for it. Ooh, let me check the chat here. I see some questions. Dustin! Hey, Keto Simple is in the house. Hey, Dustin, how you doing? I feel like I really haven't seen you much lately. I've missed you in other chats. Somebody said in Target Prime Ribs chat this morning that we must be like the wolf pack because a lot of us follow each other and we're always in our chat. So it's almost like having your friends hang out with you every day without physically being there. So I don't know. Why does spam want to call when I'm stop? Anyway, now, do y'all get a lot of spam calls? It just depends on the day. Let's see here. Let me check the chat. Let's look at it. So we talked to Dennis. Yeah, Dennis, you need to try that chicken salad. It's really good. If you're lucky, and I can't promise you, I'll try to save you a little bit of it. But that's not a promise. That's just I'll try to save some for you. So we have Dustin in the house. Yay, Dustin. Let's see what you've got to say. Being an inspiration is the best thing we can do. Live and lead by example. You are so right. That's what I've also found, Dustin, in this keto world, or this proper human diet world, PhD. It's more or less people are just watching how you eat. They believed all the hype medically of you're going to die if you eat too much meat, even though our ancestors lived for a long time doing the same thing, right? You have to have all your fiber, all the things that we've been brainwashed to believe. But if you do the research, we can see, and we have done it, it started in the late 50s, early 60s, and that our ancestors didn't eat like that. They ate, they did eat off the land. They did eat some vegetables and stuff, but it was locally sourced. It was from their own soil. They processed their own meats. I'm fortunate enough to live in an area where they still kind of do that. Funny thing, y'all, and I'm going off on a tangent. I never thought in my life, especially being a former city girl, that I would be going down the street. I don't know why it still tickles me. And some cows were loose. I was headed over to my son's house, and literally we had to stop. We were about 3 cars long. Well, we had to stop because there were some cows loose, and the people that own them, they were trying to get them off the street. But never did I think that I would go, hey, excuse me, you got one of your calves is up the street about a quarter of a mile. I never thought I'd say that in my life, but I loved it. I love the fact that I'm in an area like that, and all I could think of was, yeah, go get that cow because that might be my future meal. Is that ugly to say? I don't think so, because they look like healthy cows. And I know some of the cows are dairy cows. Some of them are meat cows. But yeah, it's kind of cool living in the area, almost feeling a little primal where I live. Almost feeling primal. Let's see what Dennis has to say. Despite having to get up at 6 a.m., I had a good time. Yeah, it's kind of early. That's kind of early, especially when you're retired, y'all. The best part of being semi-retired, and I say semi-retired because I still do little things to earn an income, extra income. But to be able to flow the way you want to when you want to, that's the best part. Question. Uh-oh. Are you ready for your birthday next month? I love my birthday, y'all. I try to celebrate the whole month of September. The weather this morning, being out and about trying to go, get my chicken salad thing this morning, it felt nice and cool. Well, cool comparatively speaking for August. And it gave me that fall vibe. I am such a fall baby. Am I ready for my birthday? Yes, I am ready for my birthday. I will be leaving the country for my birthday on one of my trips. And I'm going to take y'all along with me, or you'll at least see some pictures from it. Or I don't know, I'll probably still go live. We'll see. And I might have some special guests. And no, not you, Catrice. I already know better. Catrice, y'all, will not get on camera. We're going to have to work on Catrice, okay? But anyway, yes, I'm excited about my birthday next month. Let's see what else. Everyone's saying hi to each other in the chat. Oh, wow. So I'm not the only one? You were 27 the first time you saw the ocean. And I guess that's because Dustin, you're in what, Ohio or Indiana? More Midwest. I was Missouri, so it's not like we were close to a beach. We had lakes and rivers, right, and streams, but yeah, it's nothing like the beach, y'all, especially in the Caribbean. That blue water. When I made sure my kids went to the beach when they were young, right? So when my youngest son first saw Caribbean blue water, natural, he goes, "Mama," because he had seen it like at Disney World, where they put the coloring in it. He said, "Mama, look, this is God made blue water. It's no dyes in it or anything. It's gorgeous." He got so excited. I thought that was so sweet. This is God made blue water. So, yeah, the beach is very special to me. Very special. Oh, you were born, raised, continued to live in central Indiana. I knew it was within that area. I saw the ocean the first time in Santa Monica, California. And see, the ocean in California looks different than the ocean on this side, like Eastern Florida area, that Atlantic water. Not a fan. California water, a little bit better, but to me, that Caribbean blue speaks to me. To me, that's what I had always pictured an ocean looking like. And I love the Caribbean. So I'm excited to see the Caribbean again soon. Oh, yeah, I know. Are you talking about Target Prime Rib being live right now? Yeah, I was on his live a few minutes ago and then looked at the time and said, thank goodness I have to set myself an alarm because I know I will get a little scattered and squirrely. So I set an alarm and had to say my goodbyes to his live and hop on mine. So yeah. Oh yeah. Some days you get at least 10 spam. I know. I just ignore them now and send them and report them as far as the scam calls because it's crazy. It's crazy. Technology is good until it's not. And that's one of the not so good parts. Let's see. I still see friends who are trying to get healthy, going for the low fat, low calorie meal prepping and working out every day. I know. And I want to say you don't have to work that hard and you can eat really good, but you have to live by example. And the thing is, I mean, I'm hard headed too. It's hard for me to want to change routine or the way I eat, but if I see improvement, if I'm looking for optimal health, which that was my goal. Again, background, having a mom who was healthy physically. And when I say healthy physically, she did have things happen to her body when she was older. It wasn't until she was in her 70s, though, y'all. She had 2 surgeries. One, and they were severe. One was with her ovaries. I think it was some kind of mass show. I still don't know because she was very secretive. She just said, "Show up. I'm having surgery." So I did. I tried to inquire, but you have to know the dynamics of my mom and myself. And then finally, she broke down and admitted that she had a lump on her breast and she had breast cancer, but it had not metastasized. So she lived after her mastectomy almost another 12 years. And when she passed away, it had nothing to do with the cancer. It had everything to do with Alzheimer's and dementia. Dementia is ugly, y'all. Dementia is not a thing you want. So when I found out that the new classification for type 3 diabetes is dementia, and a lot of that is because sugar is part of our diet. Yeah, that made me really, 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 really want. Am I perfect? No, I am not perfect. I'm not even claiming to be perfect. But I know that I am at least 97% perfect in what I eat. So, yeah, I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. So with the good Lord above and the way I eat and being active, she had stopped being active too. She would do a little bit of stuff and she would actually walk. She would go walking occasionally too. But when I say active, she didn't stay mentally active and interactive with like people as much as she should have. But okay, that was her life and I learned from that and now I'm living my life. My terrific life, right? Let me go back to the chat. Hey Bacon Baby, you popped over here. Thanks. Nice to see you. Let's see here. All right, Dennis. The last time I was at the beach, it was when we lived in Sarasota, Florida, and my wife was, I'm assuming that's pregnant with our first child. We went to the beach on Thanksgiving with friends. It was nice swimming in the ocean. It is. It's something for me, very spiritual. I look at the ocean, number one, when I look out at it and I can't see a shoreline, it reminds me of the omnipotence of God. That's one thing. I also see it as it can be calm, peaceful, and food bearing for us because we can have seafood and things like that. But I also understand that it could be a force of nature and destroy and kill. And so it, to me, encompasses really what life is about, either peace or chaos. Which one do you choose, right? So yeah, I love being at the ocean. Let's see. Okay, there's her public statement. So you will never see what Catrice looks like, y'all, not on my channel or anyone. No cameras for me. No cameras for me. Everyone's saying hi still in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, cool. Yep, Gulf, Pacific, and Atlantic. I've hit all three of those now. And whatever's, again, I'm not good in geography, whatever's in Greece, Italy, and Spain, I've seen those parts too. Because I know there's some little minor oceans and things in Europe. So I've seen those. All right. Bacon Baby has a question. Good. I'm glad y'all know to put QQQ in the chat. You can tell y'all are seasoned veterans in these live streams. So Bacon Baby, question, what do you eat in a day? So usually Bacon Baby, and I'm still sipping on some of mine. Here's my little Grace cup. I have to remind myself to give myself grace and others every day. I usually do a fatted coffee. And what I put in my coffee is a couple of tablespoons full of butter, some keto brains. Not every day I put a few drops of iodine in it, but I do often. Every once in a while, if I want to feel fancy like I did today, I put in about a tablespoon and a half of Keto Chow vanilla. Sometimes I get their caramel macchiato. In fact, that's my favorite to put in coffee. And that's what I start my day off with. Then later, I will eat some chuck eye roast or ribeye. The ribeye has gone crazy in price right now. So last night I purchased chuck eye roast or chuck round roast. Well, you know what I'm talking about, the tender cuts of chuck roast, what they call the poor man's ribeye. I got that. I will have beef fat if I remember to call and ask for some. Again, I'm blessed to be in an area where one of the stores that I frequent, if you call early enough, they will save you the meat trimmings for the day. Whew. Y'all, my body has gotten so used to that type of fat consumption, which number one broke my stall back in February because I was doing the butter fat. But what I've noticed is consuming the butter fat is different than the meat fat. The meat fat actually broke my stall that I had been in for almost 2 years. Yeah. And it's just very satiating and it's good. So I'll chop up that beef fat into little chunks, put it in my air fryer. Sometimes I'll put just regular Redmonds on it. Sometimes I'll put the seasoned Redmonds, and then sometimes I put the Red Rock barbecue Redmonds. I'm out of that though right now. I need to re-up some. But and just put it on there, and I can eat it like it's popcorn. In fact, it's even better than popcorn to me. And I love popcorn. I used to anyway. So I eat that. I also noticed that I have to have beef every day, some form of it. One day I ate nothing but chicken, and by that night it felt like I had not eaten anything. I'm trying to get back to intermittent fasting where it's 16/8. And some days I do really good on it. But just like yesterday and then the day before that, I was traveling. It's kind of hard to do and keep the same time frame, the same eating window. So again, I'm trying to be more consistent in that. That's like a focus that I'm doing this month of August. So yeah, that's basically what I eat. Chuck eye steak, ribeyes, maybe chicken thighs. Never liked chicken thighs before, but now I like chicken thighs. It's funny how our palates change with this way of eating. Love smoked meats. I've got a smoker out here. I moved at the beginning of July and still haven't put everything together yet. Can't wait to put my smoker back together, and because I miss having my smoked meats. I love barbecue ribs. I really love pork belly. My go-to is bacon, the steaks, and pork belly almost on a daily basis. But I hadn't gotten any, I ran out of pork belly. But anyway, to answer your question, that's mostly what I eat. That's not my continuum of foods when I'm here at home. Let's see here. Oh, that's funny. This is the first time being at the ocean. I was shocked. I was shocked that it smelled like red lobster. The question is, does red lobster smell like the ocean? Yeah, minus the seed oils. I hope, but you're right. I never thought about that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Let's see. I know I'm getting a little behind on the questions, but I'm getting there. So Catrice asked, could you talk about why you decided to start your YouTube channel? So, oh yeah, good question. YouTube, I wasn't into YouTube until, I mean, I knew about it, but of course, that thing that happened back in 2020, and you had nothing to do but sit at home in your pajamas at first. Now, get it. I was traveling before then. Like I said to some, I think in the chat the other day, I was getting off the plane from Puerto Rico after going to the International Salsa Festival in March of 2020. And literally the world shut down like 3 days later, totally shut down. So it wasn't like I wasn't traveling and stuff like that before. But once I got home and 2020 happened, first of all, I thought it was going to be over in a couple of months. I was really hoping, because a group of my dance friends that I travel with, we had already planned out a trip to Spain. We were going to hit Spain from the top all the way down to the bottom and on each side, and maybe venture over into Portugal. So again, that bug I always had in me, right? But sitting at home during 2020, I somehow stumbled onto watching things on YouTube. And I always say, and this is my spiritual part jumping in, God is in the algorithms. I really believe that, because all of the sudden things were popping up on my channel that I had interest in, like travel, I always had interest in. But tiny living, I didn't have interest in that. I was still under the American mindset of bigger is better, right? I thought the things made, I was beginning to learn that things didn't make you happy, but I was still in that mindset that you're supposed to acquire more. Well, like I said, I went down the rabbit hole of tiny living. I remember My Container Life. I think that's the name of their channel. Check them out. They're pretty cool. I haven't watched them lately, but I think they're on their second or third container home now. I think they did one as a guest house. But I watched how they did it, and I'm like, oh, they're living off the land. That's kind of cool, right? Um, then some other things popped up in my algorithm, like Stephanie Perry. Y'all hear that? I don't think I've missed a day without saying Stephanie Perry's name. And then eventually Jewel Pearson, who to me is still the queen of tiny homes. And she has a new format on her channel. Check her out. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I want to watch it continuously. So I'm waiting for an evening that I can actually just sit down and watch the whole thing. But they started changing my mindset. And with that mindset shift, it made me really reflect on how my life was. Yes, I was doing some of the traveling, but I also wasn't happy once I got home. And those who know me personally know that part of my personal story. But it really got me to thinking, there's another way to live out there. So fast forward to 2023, when I was having to make decisions about how I wanted to shift my life. Granted, in between time, I had gained all this weight. I was just miserable. Like I could barely walk. Like this tiny is not that big. I would have trouble walking from one end of it to the other. And that's not that far in here without losing my breath. So I knew I had to get my health back together. Mentally, the clarity wasn't there. It was like I was in a fog. All those things. I had decided to go down the carnivore route in 2023. I had been keto before, but now carnivore. But Stephanie Perry, I have to say her name one more time, was offering a YouTube challenge and class. And she does it every year, probably twice a year now. But anyway, I said, why not? Why not check it out? So I took her class, and honestly, she's the one that forced me into the YouTube world. I said all that to say that part. She forced me into the YouTube world because part of her class is to produce at least one thing for your YouTube channel. Now, granted, after I did that one, I have a whole bunch of filmage on my phone that I'll probably eventually get to and put on my Instagram. But I stopped at that. Life happened. It happened. And I did not start it back until this year. And I think this year was the time to do it. And the name My Terrific Life popped in my head when I was writing the word terrific one time. I'm like, whoa, wait, Terry is in that. And my channel is about my life. So again, the dendrites start growing and everything started connecting. So that's what made me jump back on the YouTube train. And then, of course, I had other people to inspire me, Catrice. Did I say that out loud? Ebony. And some other people. And so, yeah, that's how I started my YouTube channel. I hope y'all could follow along with all that. In my mind, it made sense. I hope it made sense to you all. But that's what made me decide to share. Again, other people, I've had, especially older women, come up to me. Oh, you live such a fun life. I wish I knew how to do it. Oh, you're such an inspiration to me. I wish I had the tenacity to do it. And I'm like, but you do. So to be an inspiration to those who feel like they can't, just like others who I've watched and followed have been an inspiration to me. That's what I'm hoping my channel is about. That's what I'm hoping I'll be able to do. And that's why I started my YouTube channel. So there you go. Good question. Good question. Let me go down some more. Keto Simple says at Catrice, for me, it was a way to share my journey, what I eat, things I find. We have product reviews, recipes, lots and lots of lives, and just general information. Yeah, because it's about building community. That's the other part. I didn't realize how much community I needed, but I need positive community. I need community that's willing to help each other. There's so many other communities that I've been a part of where after a while they start backbiting each other. I don't want a part of that kind of community. But what I have found most recently is a community like what Keto Simple's talking about, a community like what CCN talks about, Chris Cookie Nashville, what I hope I'm developing here, a community just like I said, the Stephanie Perrys of the world and the Jewel Pearsons of the world. They're creating positive communities where people can have a safe space to land, right? It's about having a safe space to land along this thing called life, especially with people who have the same journey as you. So yeah, good answer, Dustin. Let's see what else we have here. It's a way to that there are things that are bigger than us. Yes. Same thing with mountains. We love Colorado. Yes, there's something about things that are bigger than us. Those things that are created by our creator, and they're massive. It's just, and why I say by our creator, because the windmills that are outside of I think somewhere in between Indiana and before you hit Chicago, they're bigger than life too, and I don't like them. They're a good product maybe, but they creep me out. And I think they're named the Creepy Windmills on Facebook. Let's see here. Dustin says there is a 100-day cruise I'd love to go on that goes around the world. I would be down for that. I've got to make a decision in a couple of days if I'm going on one of the Two Crazy Ketos cruises in December. I really want to do it. I want to do both legs, but I might can only do one. But yeah, I love a cruise. We talked about that on Travel Thursday yesterday, Dustin. I'm all about that travel life. And y'all, look, I found my child Bella, because that's what my grandkids call me, Bella. But it's the shirt I got in Cinque Terre, Italy, a couple of years ago. Let's see. Bacon Baby. I didn't know you had a channel, but I haven't started creating content yet. Great question for the newbies. Yeah, I still consider myself a newbie because I'm just now figuring a format out to show my intent for my channel. So Bacon Baby, anytime you want to collaborate, let me know. I didn't know you had a content. I'm sorry, I had a channel. Good to know. That's why I like these things. There's so much out there, y'all. It's no way you can find out everything you need to know unless you intentionally do things like this and have it in a chat, right? Let's see. I like Keto Brains, but I didn't find it to make enough difference for us to continue to use it. It is pricey. I'll put it to you this way, Dustin. I tried it and I could tell an immediate difference. Immediate difference. Now that I've been on it, I think I've kind of plateaued. But what I can tell is when I've had too much of it, because I've learned not to do a full scoop now unless I have a very full day ahead. I do half a scoop. And I can also tell I'll get off of it for a couple of days. And I can tell when my body says, okay, it's time to re-up. So I think I'm going to keep it in my life and in my regimen. But yeah, I could tell a difference. Maybe you probably didn't have as much brain fog as I had, but I had a lot. A lot. Let's see. Yes, good advice. Good advice, Dustin. I would start by just try recording your story. You can do it with your phone. I get a microphone. I actually have a microphone, but it falls off of me, so I'm just using my regular computer audio right now. I posted in my community page and some really affordable, high quality ones to use. It continues here. I can recommend a microphone because one thing that will get people to turn off a video is bad audio. And y'all let me know if mine is ever bad enough. I figure because I'm in such a small space and I have that teacher voice that is out there and it's naturally loud that there's no problem with audio. But if I ever have a problem with my audio, let me know. Good advice, Dustin. Good advice. See what I'm talking about? Community. He's giving suggestions to her to help her get started. Guys, it's enough out there for everybody, right? And everybody's story is different. It's almost like being in church and sharing your testimony. Your life may have some similarities, but your journey is different. This one is my journey on my channel. Dustin's is his journey on his channel. He and his wife, they do it together. Bacon Baby has another journey, right? I'm just happy y'all want to hear about my journey. Let's see if there is something else in the chat. Another question. Oh, you're taking Dr. Berry's course. I think Thomas said he's taking the course too. He's taking it from Dr. Nelson, though. I don't plan to stop anytime soon. I'm taking Dr. Berry's PhD coaching course to try and branch out so I can help even more people. Yeah, I am curious about that. Eventually, I might take the course as well. It's just I don't see it fitting in my life immediately. But down the road, I'd be interested in finding out how it was, and we'll talk behind the scenes on it. Cool beans, Dustin. Oh, another question. Do you have a favorite travel destination? Good question, Dennis. Wow. I haven't been since the pandemic, but Puerto Rico has always been my favorite place to travel. Like so much so I wanted to purchase a house in Puerto Rico. I wonder, can I get a tiny in Puerto Rico? I'm sure I could. But it was something, the vibe, mi corazón, my heart. It's like I could feel my heart beat when I was in San Juan. And then that last trip, we started venturing out to other small towns. It was like my heartbeat was there. There was like an instant connection. I liked Barcelona, Spain too. So maybe that Latin flavor. I really think there is some Latin lineage in my direct family. I do have cousins that are of Latin lineage, but that's not like a direct bloodline. But I think there's a connection there because I just like Spanish-speaking countries and areas and territory. Could be because I like to salsa dance. And it could be because I like to smoke cigars. But I don't know. It's just my heartbeat. It's my heartbeat. So Puerto Rico, I will say, is my favorite destination. I enjoyed traveling Europe. I enjoyed Cuba. Cuba for me was bittersweet because of the poverty and the way the government treats them. But when I say beautiful and seeing resilient people there, they had my heart too. They had my heart. But Puerto Rico, that's my place. That's my place. I need to be planning a trip there soon. It's been a minute. Go see my people. Oh, I love what Dustin just said on this. There are so many people out there that they are alone in their households and depend on us, the community, to stay on track. Just stay on track with life, right? Sometimes when I'm in the chat, I just feel like I've interacted with a whole bunch of people because I work from home. I work online. I do have a community around me, which is good. And it's not like I can't go out and I'm in this type of physical community for that reason. So we can interconnect and hang out and do bonfires and play card games, which we all do. But a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. So this is their only time they can have community. Oh, good point. Good point. Once I start my business, when I'm finished with the Dr. Berry course, I can write low carb. Right? Good idea. Good idea. But you're a YouTuber. You can also film some things off of the cruise. Are you reading what my eyes are putting down? So anyway, I'm going to keep going. Let's see if we have some more. Okay, thanks, Bacon Baby. In my link. Okay. So y'all check out Bacon Baby's channel, and she's working on her content. So just like you are for me, be patient. Y'all, some people make it look really easy to do that. It's not that easy. After you get in the flow, like doing these lives, and that's why I intentionally said the month of August, I'm going to do these lives. I may continue it, and I may get you all to help me with that part as far as which days do you think is better for me, which time frame, because I know this is kind of early in the day, but I figure people can look at the replays later if they can't catch the lives. But yeah, it's kind of just filling my way out. Eventually, I will settle on something and be consistent with that. But for me, it was about being consistent. Just get out there, just try it, just put your foot in the sand and do the thing, right? So, and again, I appreciate everyone that has jumped on the live. Uh-oh, the man himself. Uh-oh, Dustin, look who's here. What? And he called me pretty lady too. Uh-oh, Ash, you better watch out. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Welcome to my live. This is Free for All Friday, and this is just where people are popping in questions that we've talked about so many different things on my channel this week, and they're just asking me questions about it. But just like you would say, they have to be nice questions because we ain't doing the drama in this chat. Right. But welcome. And thank you for the compliment, Chris. Let's see. Let me try to catch up here. Everybody's saying hi. Y'all saw Chris before I did. Let's see. Yeah, Puerto Rico's on your bucket list, Bacon Baby. I'm telling you. Maybe we go together. Let me know. So Dustin says he loves planning meetups. I love getting together with people, getting to meet people from our community. Me too. Me too. Like, that's why I think I asked you not too long ago if you were going to the one that was up here in Gatlinburg, because I was going to try to, even though I was headed out somewhere else, I was going to try to make a beeline into Gatlinburg since it was so close so I could meet you guys. But when you said you weren't, all I could do was hang out with Chris and Ash for lunch, and Dennis. We went to lunch somewhere, so I just had to hang out with the regular folk. Just kidding. But yeah, I love meeting people at the meetups. And again, why I'm trying to build community, because there are people from other communities. Like, for example, I hate to keep using your name, Catrice, but you are the example. She's from another entity of my life. She's more from the travel side of my world. But she's blending into this community. I remember I used to host brunches, ladies' brunches. And one time, my biggest, most successful one was I invited my ladies that I did salsa with my ladies who did cigars, and just ladies that I knew in general. And we had a good time. All of my world blended together. I guess I was the source of it. But it gave people a chance to meet new people from other aspects. It gave people another insight to how I am, which I guess this channel is kind of doing too. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. People connected and could honestly say they had a new friend, So it's all about relationships. It's all about relationships. Let's see. What, Dennis? Dennis just found this side check, and Puerto Rico has tiny homes, both Airbnb and residences. Guess who's going to go to Puerto Rico soon? Oh, man. Oh, what? Oh, all right. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a big compliment. That's a big compliment coming from you. Guys, if y'all have not checked out Chris's station, you need to check it out. One of the episodes, yours truly is on it. And we're making tortillas, which I was thinking about your tortillas the other day. It's time for me to try to make it now that I've settled in my new place. Because when I say they're the bomb.com, they're the bomb.com. And we've tried some other recipes. I call Dennis the cornbread man. Man, when I say he can make some carnivore, I know it sounds weird to those of y'all who don't eat this way. Carnivore cornbread is hard to say. And he used Chris's recipe. Bon appetit, even though that's not French. I guess the Southern way would say bony petite, right? Oh, funny, y'all. We were talking about travel. Southwest notification just popped up. These things be listening to us. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, because bacon babies in Europe. We got to get there. We need to have something low carb in Europe. Let's see. Dustin's asking her if she's planning anything in Europe. Let us know. I'm just saying, all I need is an excuse. Sometimes I just make up the excuse. But y'all, yay! Everybody do a big yay. Yay! I made it through a whole week of lives. And I want to thank you all so much for being here. Shout out to those who came every single day out of your life. I so appreciate you. I'm just going to give my kudos to Catrice and Dennis. They showed up every day. Bacon Baby almost came every day. All right. And nothing against anybody else, because the whole thing is, I know life happens. We can't make it to everybody's everything. But the fact that you took your time out today and came and helped me celebrate my whole week of lives, I so appreciate you. So appreciate you. So let's see. And you let me practice on you to figure out how to do these things. So I'm trying to put my usual up here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Again, I can't believe we made it almost a whole hour. Like, we're just 7 minutes short of an hour. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. Well, I'm going to give y'all just a little synopsis of what my ideas are next week. Don't hold me to them, because, again, squirrel. What I plan on doing, well, you know, we have tomorrows, and then Sundays I take off. It's me and God. But what I plan on tomorrow is talking just a little bit more. I got my ring light out of storage. I've just got to test it and make sure it works. I would love to show you all some beginning steps of salsa. Just the beginning steps that you can practice on and listen to the music. I would love to share some music. I know I have to be kind of careful with that because of copyright things, but maybe I can just share with you different songs and you all can look them up yourself and listen to it. And maybe because it's through the music that makes me, like, that music makes me happy. If I'm like really sad and depressed, between praying to God and listening to gospel and hearing salsa music, that lifts my spirit tremendously. So it's just something about it that touches my heart. So that's where we're going to go to tomorrow. I might mention a little bit about cigars, and I might switch it. I have two ideas in my head. But next Monday, Mindset Monday, we're going to talk about things that make us different, things that make us unique, our little quirks. So that's for Mindset Monday. Tiny Talk Tuesday, I should be in town unless there's an emergency. And I'll give you a little view of my tiny. I'm kind of proud of it, even though I'm still renting right now. I'm kind of proud of it because this one I've had a chance to decorate it myself. Of course, I'm not going full force because, again, it's not mine, but just to make it homey. I think it feels homey. So I'm excited to share that with you. I will be putting some things on Instagram as well, some pictures. I've got to work on that. Like I've told you all this week, I'm trying to back away a little bit from just scrolling social media and focus in on my social media. So, yeah, that's where I am right now on my lives. I've gotten as far as planning to Tuesday. Walk with me Wednesday. We will not be on that hot pavement like we were last Wednesday. But again, I plan on being here. I'll show you the trails here in my community because we have some beautiful natural trails here in the area. So that's what I'm thinking about for Wednesday. And I'm going to stop right there because I have not thought out Thursday and Friday and Saturday of next week. I've gotten up to Thursday though, so that's good. That's good. I'm just checking the chat one more time. Oh, thank you, Bacon Baby. You are so sweet. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate you. You are great and funny. Yeah, I am pretty. I crack up at myself sometimes. But thank you. That's such a sweet compliment. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dennis says he would be interested in a Europe meetup, right? I don't care. Pick a country. Pick a country. I'm there. Love it. Love it. I will keep you all posted. Please do. Please do. Yeah, Dennis, you'll have to, maybe you can put that on our Mindset Monday, your experience with the butter mayo. And I'm going to leave that right there. I know it wasn't funny, but it was funny. Okay. It was funny because it didn't happen to me. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. But I think you should try again. Mindset, right? But anyway, y'all, again, I appreciate you. Thank you all for interacting in the chat. That's what it's about. We're building communities. I love the fact that some of my travel people and some of my carnivore people and some of my tiny home people all are connecting together. I got to get some of my dance people off in here. I think I want to, this is in the future, not next week. I want to start doing some collaboratives with other people, having them jump on if they're like part of that topic for the week. I would love to have, I know I can't ask Catrice, but I do have another friend I can ask that can talk with about the travel and international living. I have people in the dance community that may jump on and talk about that. Definitely have the cigar one. Now, maybe that's what I'll do next Saturday. I'll take you all to the cigar shop. It won't be tomorrow, but next Saturday, I'll take you all to the cigar shop and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's what we'll do because I'll be up in Morristown then. So, last time I'm going to say it, please like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a good, meaty, dancing, traveling, happy Friday. Keep that mindset going. Thank you all for showing up for the whole week. Woohoo! Hope to see you tomorrow for Saturday. Again, we might start I can't talk. We'll start on some basic salsa steps, especially if my ring light works. Let's hope it does still. It's been in storage for 2 years, okay? And talk about a little bit about the salsa music and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Y'all have a good Friday. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for creating a community with me. I appreciate you guys so much. I used to hear YouTube people say that, but I understand now what they mean. I appreciate you all so much and very thankful to know each and every one of you. Have a good Friday, y'all. Bye.